Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews yet again. Back with another beer camp beer. We're going to do the whole series right in a row. This beer camp beer is There and Back English Style Bitter, brewed in collaboration with New Glarus Brewing Company. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know anything about New Glarus. Easy drinking English Style Bitter. New Glarus, Wisconsin. Cool. Let's say 5.6 alcohol by volume. We brew in Chico, California and Mills River, North Carolina to bring you the finest quality brews. Yeah, so I guess they have the East Coast and West Coast branch now, so that's pretty interesting. And I do like fresh brews because we often do not get them fresh in PA. Even PA brews. So, if I can get something fresh, I'm a happy man. Absolutely. Clean the glass out with water. Not so happy about the big old chippy, but what can you do? Let's see if the power will stay on this time. Wow, that's actually pretty light for an English bitter. I actually expected a darker color. Excuse me. Alright, what do we got going on here? Slight, looks pretty clear, but I almost want to say there's some sedimentation of some kind. Looks really nice though. Mahogany, amber, copper, a bit of orange. I'll just call it clear for all intents and purposes. Big old bubbles, but really just creamy head on right in the middle. Streaming carbonation. I'd say about a little bit lower than a mild carbonation. I mean, it is streaming, but it is sparse. Very beautiful looking, might I add. Alright, let's get into this. Cheers. A little malty, a little soft caramels, a little bit of bread. Soft earth, soft earth, a little bit of bread, a little bit of malt, a little bit of soft caramel. Not a big nose on this one actually, not a big one. Let's get a taste. See you. Cheers. Pretty middle of the road. Nice, easy drinking. A little bit of darkness into it with the kind of brown bread, toasted grains. A little bit of leafy, like leafy hop. A little earthiness. You know, it's a light body, mild carbonation. You can actually aggravate the carbonation if you swirl it around your mouth. But I'm sure if you just drink it, it's just about mild. Yeah, just soft malt. Not really on the sweet side. Just hints of a brown bread, leafy earthiness, pretty drying on the end. Except for the boldness, it tastes a lot like the alt beer, honestly. A lot like it. It's a drinkable beer, but there's really not too much to talk about. So let's see what the bros, big boys, say. This easy drinking English style bitter features nutty, toasted English malts balanced by solid dose of zesty hops and a fruity dry finish. Might be the age thing, I don't know. For beer folks, Chico, California, and New Glarus, Wisconsin, are bucket list pins on the U.S. brewing map. But it's no simple feat seeing both. There and Back is named for the planes, trains, and zeal that connects them. This classic English-style bitter is a complex mixture of toasted malt and fruity herbal hops. I get a little leafiness, more of like a dried leaf, like a just forest floor. A little bit of earthiness, soft brown bread. I mean, I get that. But the only problem is that I'm getting is it's boring. It's really boring. That's my only problem. It's not making me go, oh, that's a proper pint. Oh, I'm so proud of this pint. You know what I mean? It's not doing that kind of romanticism that you know, you kind of think. Maybe if it was on a beer engine, it was pulled properly out of a cask. You know, proper English pints are supposed to be done that way. Not out of a bottle. Maybe it would have more character, more body, more different flavors, fresher, for example. It's very nice, very drinkable. So is the Robinson's Iron Maiden beer. Very nice, very drinkable. But it was nothing on the standout side. It was just middle of the road. And this is the middle of the road. There's a little bit more character than the Robinson's, the bitter. This one has a little bit more of a vibrant body to it and a flavor, as that one was more really middle of the road. Wow. I mean, honestly, I would actually prefer a little bit of caramel coming out of there too, and just a soft bit of, not even so bold to be describable, but a soft, fruity, like a raisin somewhere way back and way in the back. Something that you can pull out if you really tried. But because that's what I always get with those English bitters. They say fruit characters, but like you're like maybe not. There's something in there, but I can't quite place it. This one doesn't have that. Not a bad beer though, obviously. But yeah, this one's rough for me because it's nice, but I don't know. Maybe I don't like English bitters. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not my kind of style. I don't know. Lee, what do you think? What do you think, huh? Yeah. Just soft, simple, and plain. So I'm gonna give this one my personal views. I think we'll give it a 6.5. We're in that range with this one because it's just so. There it is, 6.5. Because the thing is, middle of the road. I don't know where I left off with this, but it's more than just middle of the road. If you really go into it, it's not exactly solid in my eyes from what I have. Maybe the problem is I have a lot of aged English ales, and maybe that's it. Just those couple months of age do a big difference for English ales. A lot of the stuff that I have, I think I've had some, you know, way before the Best Buy day. Excuse me, allergies, but I can smell, so just let me know. It's nice. It's a little light, actually, overall. The smell, the taste, and the body for me, it's just really light. I mean, I don't actually, maybe because it's not on a hand pull, maybe because of that, but it's actually super light. So, it's not really into that. There's a box I threw that in, by the way. I would say 7 solid, but it's a little lighter than that for me, overall, from my enjoyment aspect, so I'm going to give it a 6.5. I think 6.5 is a perfectly standard grade. There is nothing that really delineates this between, I mean, honestly, if this was there and back, was side by side with the Robinsons, and they were exactly the same price, I'd probably pick up Robinsons because it's just as middle of the road, just as like kind of contemporary standard of the style, and Robinsons is a bigger bottle. Honestly, that's it. There's really nothing too much to say about this beer. And I know, you know, I've liked, I mean, this is probably going to be the low, I have a couple more to do, but honestly, I'm thinking this is going to be the lowest grade because all of these beers have just been, just have been the crack. You know what I mean? They've been really good. 6.5 is still a passing score. Anything above a 5, obviously, is a very good score. So don't hate me too much. But that's my score for this one. It's just a little light on everything. You don't really get that fruit ester or that fruitiness from the hops, like they were saying. I think they said zesty. Zesty and fruity herbal hops. Well, I don't get even the slightest hint of a raisin, like a darker kind of off fruit, like that comes with some sort of caramel malts. I definitely get a brown bread note. Get a little bit of that earthiness, a little like dried leaf. But the bodies overall is pretty damn light, and the flavors are pretty light actually. If it was a mild, I'd rate it higher. But if it's a session bitter, just a little faint on that one. I know I'm explaining way too much on this one, but yeah, whatever. That's what happens when I hit the camera on again. I go blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Paul from PABrewNews. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I was gonna give it a 7, but it's just a touch too light for me. It's a bit thin. Fuck you, Joe. Maybe I don't like English ales. Maybe that's it. What do you think, Blake? Maybe? I don't know. It's still nice, though. It's still drinkable. It's lovely. It's lovely. Terry? It's lovely. Try it, buy it, see what you think. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers.